Hello and welcome to this video for Blackboard Learn. Today we're going to take a look at reports within the Grade Center of Blackboard. So when you're in the Grade Center, you'll notice that there's a Reports button at the top. So highlighting Reports will give you two items from a drop-down. So the very first one is Create Report and View Grade History. I'm going to go ahead and jump to View Grade History really quick just to get that one out of the way. When you click on View Grade History, it's going to give you information about every time a change has been made within your Grade Center. So this is kind of like checks and balances for yourself. If you see a grade, you see it's been changed, you can always visit the grade history and to see what happened during those changes. So this is just a review of everything that you can find. Now there are some abilities to show entries for 14 days, all entries, certain amounts of months. So this can get very comprehensive when you have this kind of a list. Now if you did disable it, you would not have this backup, but by default it will be running. You do also have the ability to download this list. So this is also helpful if you have a work study or maybe a teacher's assistant in your course and you want to verify that the edits that they're making in the Grade Center are just and right, and you can figure out who made certain changes in that Grade Center because it will label the person that made the change and to what user and what change was made. So that's going to cover the View Grade History area. Now let's just quickly talk about reports and we'll be completed with this video. So Create Report. Once you click on that, what you're generating is essentially a paper report that you could send to a printer. What I've also done is I've generated the reports and then just sent it to a PDF so that I can then have a PDF of all this information. But this is great if a student asked for a grade check that needs to be signed by you and you wanted to add certain criteria. So really at this point you're adding information based off of what you want in the report. So by default they'll have this report name checked, so you can give it some sort of name if you like, or just deselect that report name, but we'll just say name 1 for really generic reasons here. And as you go down the list you'll be able to add and remove certain features from this report. So I'm just going to go down with most of these things as default. We're going to have all users selected. If you decided you wanted just one user selected, you can select a user and maybe just plop on the one that you want to go with. I'm going to say all users. The user information that you can bring in. What columns do you want to display in this particular report? So I'm going to click on all columns. Information about those columns can be added into the report as well, and then you can add some footer information, a signature line if you might need one, and any other information about like the date or course information. So at this stage I've made a report. You can just hit preview, for example, and you'll see an idea of what the report looks like. So it breaks it between each student in your course, and it'll give you a little bit of a report. You'll have your signature line in there or any of the other information that you included in that report. So I'm just in the preview mode right now, so I'll click out of that. If I hit submit, it's going to go to the same kind of window here, but then you can go ahead and print this report. By going down and checking to make sure everyone's in there, everything looks great. And then once you print a report, you'd either do that just through your normal dialog box in your browser to be able to print this report, and it'll automatically adjust to the size of paper that you have in there. So once you've created your report and you're done, you can just close that tab and you'll be back in your Grade Center and you can continue going on. So that concludes this video on reports in Blackboard.